Hey, this is Jeff Nelson. I am a realtor in Spanish Fort, and today is April 9th, and April 9th, 2020, and we are getting into what happened in the real estate market in Spanish Fort for last month in March. Okay, so coming into spring, here we are right in the middle of the coronavirus. And I think you're going to be surprised about the real estate market in Spanish Fort because things are still moving. So what's on the market right now? And I promise this isn't going to be long because I know numbers can be boring. So what's on the market right now in Spanish Fort? There are 131 homes for sale. The average sales price is $343,692. The average square feet is $25.90. And the price per foot, the average price per foot is $134 per foot. And the days on the market average is 114. So to spread that out even more, I want to give you an idea of the most expensive, least expensive, the biggest, and the smallest. The most expensive house for sale right now in Spanish Fort is $744,900. The least expensive home is $130,000. The largest home is 5,589 square feet, and the smallest is 900 square feet. So there are plenty of options now. For those who are unfamiliar with Spanish Fort, is not a huge area at all. It is a city. It's one of the 6 major cities of Baldwin County, but it's the smallest of the 6. So you still have other towns like Silver Hill, Robertsdale, Loxley, but Spanish Fort is a city, but it is fairly small. It's only about 5,500 people. But there's a lot of buzz because it's right there at the mouth, right there at the interstate and the causeway, and you can get to Mobile real quick. Great school system, so it's attracting a lot of people. You're going to find out that in a minute when I talk about the sold homes. Some interesting facts. This is what I really like to get into the meat of the statistics. Of the 142 homes that are for sale, 67 of those houses were built in 2019 or 2020. So that gives you an idea that nearly half of all the homes that are on the market right now are new construction or were just built last year. 13 homes that are for sale, only 13 were built prior to the year 2000. So if you are thinking about new construction, which a lot of people are, and you're going to find that out in a second, some of the hottest neighborhoods that are offering new construction right now is Stonebridge, Stonebrook, Highland Park, and Osprey Ridge. Those are 4 really hot neighborhoods for new construction right now. And I'm going to put a link in the description below. And by the way, if you haven't done so already, please hit subscribe. I forgot to mention that in the very beginning because I put out videos all the time. I do it on neighborhoods, I do it on talk about the city, I talk about the parks, all kinds of stuff, and yes, about real estate statistics. So please hit subscribe below. I'd appreciate it, and you'll be notified every time I do a video. Okay, so what has sold? What homes went off the market and closed from March 1st to, I think there's 31 days in March. So the whole month of March. 43 homes sold last month just in Spanish Fort. Not talking about the county, just Spanish Fort. So over a closing every day of the month. Now understand we don't close properties on Saturday and Sunday, but if you think 30 days in a month, that's almost a closing every day, or it's more than a closing every day. So that is a 7.5% increase over this of March of 2019. So an increase in sales. Plus, on top of that, we're right in the middle of this turmoil with the coronavirus, but people are still buying and people are still selling. The average days on the market were 101 days for those homes that sold. The average square feet was 2317. The median sales price was $256,585. Now, this is important too. Median sales price for last month for sold homes was $256,585. which is a 9.79% increase over the same period last year. So there is a nearly 10% increase in sales price in 1 year. Gives you a little bit of an idea about the demand for Spanish Fort. The listing to selling price ratio was 98%. This means that if you have a list price of $100,000, the ultimate offer and selling price was $98,000. So 2% off of the list price. So listings to selling price ratio is 98%, which means buyers are on average getting 2% off the average sales price. So screams to me that we're still in a buyer's market. All right, the average price per foot for homes sold last month were $123. And here's back to those interesting facts. Of the 43 homes sold, 20 of them, nearly half, were under $250,000. 5 were over $400,000. 21, also nearly half, were built in 2019 or 2020. Actually, 10 of them were built in 2020. So I'm very excited. I love diving into these numbers. I like diving deep because I'm able to find out where the pulse of the market is. I can see that even though we're dealing with the coronavirus, that people are still buying property. So anyway, that's it for this month for Spanish Fort. I'll be posting videos like this all the time about all the cities in our great county. And if you are buying or selling in Spanish Fort or anywhere in Baldwin County, please reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you.